Is some of you here are on Social Security. Some of your parents are on Social Security. Some of your grandparents are on Social Security. You know why they have Social Security? Because they worked for it. They worked hard jobs for it. They have chapped hands for it. They had long hours and sore backs and bad knees to get that Social Security. And if Ron Johnson does not understand that, if he understands giving tax breaks for private planes more than he understands making sure that seniors who've worked all their lives are able to retire with dignity and respect, he's not the person who's thinking about you and knows you and sees you, and he should not be your senator from Wisconsin.
With midterms around the corner, many people are questioning the legacy of former Democratic President Barack Obama and his ability to influence the outcome of this most important election. As a reminder, this year's midterm elections will not only act as a litmus test to the last 2 years of Biden's presidency, but it will also set the tone for the upcoming 2024 presidential election. Analysts have always kept his presidency close to mind, considering that what followed afterwards was certainly a dissolution of normative politics that Obama's presidency represented. And although many Republicans have unfounded critiques around Obama's presidency...
Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Donald Trump.
Why Donald Trump?
Obama's a crook.
There are many lessons to draw upon as we reflect on Obama's tenure. And the fact is that Obama failed to deliver long-withstanding policy that addressed issues important to progressives like climate change, gun control, campaign finance reform, that would have excited the base that initially resonated with his message of hope. Instead, we are left to criticize his legacy amidst the crippling infrastructure of the ACA and an epidemic of school shootings still happening throughout the country. One of these leading critical voices is Briahna Joy Gray, progressive ally and former National Press Secretary of the Bernie Sanders 2020 campaign. And in the segment, Briahna is able to call to order the liberal electorate's failure to embody its progressive political roots by resisting against corporate greed and special interests.
He was probably the best the party had to offer, and he revealed himself to be a truly disappointing character. You could drive a Bronco through the gap between his campaign promises and reality, and 14 years after he promised hope and change, we still have no campaign finance reform, Roe isn't codified, and instead of using his incredible political gifts to advance the interests of the communities he was supposed to represent, he's now angling to buy a basketball team. I guess it's easier to crush a future strike if you own a franchise.
What Briahna points out here is a troubling transformation amongst key Democratic officials who rise up to power on the virtue of their popular, progressive policy. They initially sweep hope and excitement for the promises of sweeping change, but inevitably fail to deliver meaningfully during the course of their tenure. This is all uniquely recorded in this article by Elaine Kamarck, focusing in on Obama's resolving reign, aptly followed by the Trump presidency and the ensuing breakdown of any sense of civil politics or decorum. In this article, Kamarck highlights what most admired about Obama. He embodied the qualities of a noble and earnest politician, family man, and leader. Ultimately, though, Obama's presidency remains significant because of its symbolic importance, as opposed to its less than impressive legislative wins and unsecured executive action.
Now, that's not to say he did nothing. It's meaningful, truly, to not be denied health insurance because of a pre-existing condition. It matters that 35 million Americans got insurance in the first place through the ACA. But it wasn't enough.
And in fact, Briahna makes it a point to criticize Obama's quiet retirement and personal financial commitments since leaving office, highlighting a sudden shift in ethics concerning unbought Democratic leaders.
Bernie stood up to Barack Obama when he threatened to cut Social Security. He truly was unbought by corporate money and was willing to call out the banks that destroyed American homeowners in 2008, even while Barack Obama was consulting with those banks to pick his cabinet.
The former president has suddenly changed his tune and now leverages his monumental legacy to pursue financial opportunities that run counter to the progressive message that got him popular in the first place. And Briahna gets it right. It's important to keep the legacy of these former political darlings aligned with progressive ideals so that in moments like this one with this upcoming midterm election, they often provide legitimacy, consistency, and historical context to progressive goals.
I mean, the message he's sending is pretty clear.
This is Adrian Costa with The Breakdown. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check back for more videos. See you guys soon.